My dad died when I was 3. And my mom died when I was 8. I don't remember my dad a lot, but I do remember my mom. Losing my mother at an early age, that was real touching then, you know. On Easter, the kids used to wear red carnations and white carnations. The red carnation meant that your parents were living, and your white carnation meant that your parents were dead. And I didn't like wearing a white carnation because I didn't like the fact that my parents were running around. Because, everybody had their own parents. I remember my mother's funeral. And when my mother was buried there, every year we went down there to take care of Mom's grave. In my family plot, there are 4. John Taylor was my father, and Ora B. Taylor was my mother, and Emily R. Ampey, or T. Ampey, was my sister, and Clarence S. Taylor is my brother. My family takes care of its plot, and we're not the only ones. There are some others who come down there and take care of their plots. But we started to fade off. People started to fade off. The people who used to come and take care of the plots started to die off. Families were dying off, and that's probably what's happening now. I mean, I'm getting older, so I can't continue to go down there, but it was just engulfed. It was just overtaken by weeds and debris. Couldn't find plots, couldn't find graves. The people who used to come didn't come, couldn't come. I always thought that whoever owned the cemetery was taking care of it. And never thinking about who owned it, other than I knew that Mr. Singleton used to own East End, and then he passed it on to his family members, who was Mr. and Miss Gray. I just never thought that the roads need to be taken care of, and who owns the roads. I know we own the plot. I never knew who owned the roads, but I knew that somebody in the white cemeteries was taking care of them because their roads were paved. If you go through them now, you see a lot of them paved, never knowing that the General Assembly was allocating funds for that. And I think that needs to be done with East End and Evergreen and wherever else that black people aren't being buried. Can't be forgotten. It's just as much history there as it is in the white cemeteries. There's so many people who get buried and nobody goes back to check on the site to make sure it's cleaned off or make sure that the family is remembered. Everybody's now talking about their lineage, where they come from. I came from Germany. I came from West Africa. I came from Ethiopia. But right now, if you don't keep this, you won't have history. You won't have that history. History be gone. Something should be done, or it should be maintained and considered to be maintained, because it's black history. I think it's good that this is being pursued. I think it's a good idea to look at it, to look at history, to see that these cemeteries are being taken care of. What's being done here is a great opportunity to maintain and have history preserved.